If you're looking to buy, relocate, or invest in New York City, this video is for you because I'm going to go over my top 5 picks for new developments that I would personally put my money into so that you don't need to make a 7-figure mistake. We'll go over the pros and cons of each building as well as floor plans, amenities, and overall location. All right, let's dive right in. Let's start with 501 3rd Ave, otherwise known as Eastlight. So this building is located in Murray Hill. It's not exactly your flashy marble luxury full amenity building, but it's perfect for first-time home buyers, maybe someone who's relocating and they want to be on the east side and they don't really want to be in a rental, but they do want to own property with relatively low monthlies. This is a great option. You have outdoor space, you have floor-to-ceiling windows. That's kind of the theme of Eastlight. You're on the east side, so you get all this light coming in the morning mostly, but even when the sun is setting, because it's so tall, you have both the east and the western view and light coming in. This is like the common area. You have pool, full-time concierge downstairs. Let's keep going. Even the gym, floor-to-ceiling windows. You're going to see floor-to-ceiling windows throughout this place. So like I said, Murray Hill, Kips Bay is right here. Flatiron, which is a great area. So you're really in the center of everything. 3rd Ave is where you're going to have all your great restaurants and bars. Great area. Just walk up or down 3rd Ave, you'll find somewhere to eat. And then, like I said, Flatiron here. So again, great restaurants and shopping down here in Flatiron. So let's start with the studios. So this one is an alcove. Great for investors or first-time home buyers because look how low these monthlies are. That's insane. For a studio, you're about $1,1700 for a studio. 488 square feet. If you're not from New York, you're probably like, that's really small, but for an alcove studio, that's great. So enough about the studios. Let's look at the one beds because that's kind of where the money is. So let's just say even on the 20th floor, like floor to ceiling windows, that's amazing. Great open kitchen, huge, I believe that's a king in there, huge bedroom. Again, nice tub, double vanity in the one bed. So, you know, you could have a roommate in this one bed, share the sink very easily. But for a one bed, you're below $3,000 a month. That's great. So what is that? $2,800 a month for a one bed at 1.6. If you work with me, I could probably get you a better deal than 1.6 for this one bed. All right, now we're gonna go a little bit more downtown. We're gonna go to Gramercy. So like I mentioned before, that was Murray Hill. Now we're gonna go a little bit more down to 20th Street. That was up on 34th. We're gonna go down to 20th. This is 200 East 20th Street in Gramercy Park. A beautiful boutique building. Take a look at it. The layering is awesome. So, like I said, you're right on 3rd and 20th. 2nd Ave over here. You have Stuyvesant Park. That's a nice little park area. You got like a fountain in the middle of it. Union Square Park. You got the Barnes & Noble here. Union Square, also awesome. And then you got Madison Square Park. That's my personal favorite. So this is from 1 bed to 3 beds, whereas Eastlight was studios to 2s. 1.6 million for a 1 bed, 718 square feet, beautiful building. You can't go wrong with those common charges. I mean, you just can't. Let's take a look at the 3 beds. Let's take a look at the penthouse. Why not? That's awesome. Open kitchen, beautiful views. Let's look at the 2 beds again. Let's do this one. Again, open kitchen. I love an open kitchen. I don't know. It feels more hosty. Like you can host like a nice party or just like you can watch TV while you cook too. So if you notice the facade has that roundness to it, and then that's, you have that with their windows. Dual vanity in the bathroom. Let's get a floor plan up. So about 1,300 square feet. That's a lot. And you have an outdoor space, which is awesome. All right, let's switch our gears, and now we're gonna look at the Celine. This is nothing like we've looked at so far. Maybe you're looking to take your next home to the next level, your lifestyle to the next level. Maybe you want to buy your first apartment in New York City, and you're just like, I'm just gonna go all in and get one of the most crazy places and the most beautiful buildings in Midtown. Great, more power to you. So you can see Billionaires Row here, a little bit of Central Park there, and then all Midtown views. Billiards, you have the social club area, you have the bar, and you have a restaurant. With some more photos of it. Gym, obviously Pilates. I don't know why I said like that. Pilates. Sauna. You can bring in your own masseuse. And then restaurant. So let's just jump right in now. We have the 1 beds. We have everything from studios to 4 beds here. Let's just do it. The studio starts at 1.7. 1.7. Eastlight started at $950 per studio, but also those are only 480 square feet. This one is 1,000, over 1,000 square feet, so that's why the extra $1 million. You could like wall off this and make this one big ensuite situation. Beautiful, simple, quiet luxury is what it is. Ginormous bathroom. Look at that vanity, that's awesome. So the monthlies, they're high, over $18,000 a month just to step in the door, but that's a lot of square footage. What's that, 4,600 square feet? That's a lot. It's a lot. You do a lot in 4,600 square feet. Let's just look at the one beds. So you walk in, you have your living room, you have your kitchen, floor to ceiling windows, and it's full amenities. So like that's why the monthlies are so high, because you're paying for so much. But you get a lot, so you don't really need to leave your, if you work remote or if you're retired, you probably never have to leave your building ever. All right, we did the east side, we did Midtown, now we're gonna go all the way down to Fide Eye. 125 Greenwich, aka the Greenwich. This is maybe one of my favorite new developments just because of the building. It's just such a cool architecturally built building. You gotta see it in person because this doesn't do it justice. You're that close to the Freedom Tower. It's right in your face. So the sky high amenities, what they call it. So you have spa, you have a cafe, you have a movie theater up there, you have the pool. Where's the pool? You have a nice little area where you can just chill and look at the sunset and the views. Here's the pool. You're swimming to the sunset like that. That's crazy. So this is the west side, so that's Jersey. You have a Statue of Liberty somewhere over there. The gym. Studio starting at about $1 million, 1.2, 1.3. Not terrible. Obviously the monthlies aren't high, not super low. They're reasonable monthlies. And this is 64D. So you're on the 64th floor, western exposure. So you have the curve, the whole building is kind of curved. So you have these floor to ceiling curved windows in a studio. That's pretty sick. That's a great studio view. Where else in Manhattan can you get a view like that? This is a lobby, believe it or not. It's a grand, huge lobby. When you step in, you're like, whoa. Let's do 69E. Why not? $3 million on the dot. About 2,400 or 4,400 a month for the monthlies. Floor to ceiling windows. See, the Freedom Tower. That's it. It's right there. Yep, so you walk in, you got a nice little foyer, ensuite primary, the kitchen, you got a countertop here. They also have washer dryers as well. That's the Greenwich. We got one more for you. And obviously I gotta mention One Manhattan Square. Manhattan's #1 best selling waterfront condo. Right now, this one's a crazy deal. It's selling out quickly. I'm not sure what they're at right now. They gotta be close to 80-90% sold out. But the sponsor is offering 4 years of common charges and real estate taxes as a credit at closing for 2 and 3 bedrooms. Sorry, studio 1 beds, you don't qualify. But maybe there's room to negotiate. You never know. When you work with me, I can make it happen. This is a cool building. It's kind of a Z. This is it looking like to the north. It's an Xtel building. East River views, gorgeous. You know, the night sky is amazing, even during the day. You have finishes between the dark and the light tone. The main thing about this building is it's over 100,000 square feet of amenities. So this is a cellar bar lounge area downstairs. This is a swimming pool. This is a sunken tranquil garden, barbecue, outdoor space, gym. They have a movie theater, just another kind of lounge area, more outdoor space. So the 1 beds start at 1.3. Again, there's a tax abatement until 2039. This is one of the last buildings in Manhattan to have a tax abatement. So these common charges are crazy low. Plus, they get covered for the first 4 years you live there. They have a full court, pretty sure it's regulation size basketball court. Again, here's the bowling, huge basketball court. And then one of my personal favorites, they have like a little kids area as well. The gym, pool, we're getting there. You can just see how many amenities they have. They have a wine tasting room for you. They also have a cigar lounge. I don't think it's photographed, but they have a wine tasting room. That's awesome. I mean, you can just see This place is ginormous. It would probably take you a week to actually explore everything that they have. 100,000 square feet of amenities. Great finishes. This is a high quality Xtel building at a great price right now. It's a steal. So an average 2-bed is around 2.1, 2.3. Maybe there's some at 2.5. Yeah, 2.59. That really is going to depend on height of the apartment as well as the exposure. Water, we get a lot of water. Let's be honest, 4 ceiling windows, that's a lot. And if any of these buildings stick out to you, you want to see them in person, or you just want to see how it is that I can help you with your move to the city, feel free to either call, text, or email me. You can even reach out in the description below. There's a link there. I'd love to have a meeting with you, see how it is I can assist. All right, take care.